I was christened into the church as an infant, grew up in that church. My dad's boasted about the fact that he would support the church with $1 a week. And so I didn't come from from a family that had a lot of giving involved in it. As a teenager, I began to question my Christianity. Soon God put me across the table from a lady in high school that I fell in love with. We got married. I got saved 2 weeks after we got married and started pretty much right away tithing. We grew into tithing, into what we do now. We kind of grew into it. As we matured a little bit as Christians, well, she was raised in a Baptist church. I was not. At one point in time, I was out of work for over a year, and at that time, my first granddaughter was born in Hawaii. And considering the fact that they were going to be stationed in Hawaii for 3 years, she would have been 3 years old before we saw her. So we were praying and believing and speaking it. Within a few weeks, we got airline tickets. The tickets were sent to us, and this is again how God works. The tickets were sent to us by our son. He received the money as an unexpected, very late wedding gift. And I mean, when I talk late, I'm talking 2-3 years late. Another time I was unemployed, and we went to my folks and said, our kids were very young at the time. Went to my folks and I said, could you give us a little money for groceries? And I was told, as long as you're giving money to that church, we're not going to give you any money. So at that point, we decided we were trying to depend on the wrong source. We went back and reevaluated our circumstances and decided, yeah, God's our supply. And over the years, that's has become much more evident every year. I guess I've always known it since I've been saved anyway, but it's drawn closer to me. It's driven more home every day in how faithful He is. Even when I blow it, even when I'm not in God's will, He's still faithful. The devil's in the business of planting doubts in our minds. That's what he's all about. And so those things, they do take place. Like I said before, I'm not perfect. And sometimes we have to talk, between the two of us, we have to talk this over. Not that whether we're going to tithe, but remind ourselves that He's still in charge. And hey, in the end, we're going to win. All you got to do is take the first step and continue to trust. And I know trust can be hard. But if you take the first step, it just gets easier after that. And everybody's different. And how many steps it's going to take to get you to a place where you really feel comfortable is up to you. But there's no doubt in my mind that He's going to keep His promise.